Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are connecting from. Good to see you all. This is On Passive Botswana, Norway webinar. Our guest today is Narelle from Queensland, Australia. Narelle is a published author. She is also a florist. She has been involved in online business for many years. But in 2020, October, she joined OnPassive. And since then, she's very engaged. She is hosting a lot of webinars around the world. Australia and Norway, Botswana, she's hosting, and also in the Caribbean. She's also hosting the global ones that is for OnPassive. So Narelle is a very important person in OnPassive. She has a wide knowledge of OnPassive, and today we are blessed to have her here once again. Almost every week we have Narelle with us. Thank you, Narelle. I'll hand over to you to start your presentation.
Thank you, Kiba. Thank you ever so much. And thank you and welcome, everyone. I'd also like to say welcome to my lovely friend, Yvonne Mackett, who joins me every week with on Botswana and Norway. And I appreciate your help, Yvonne. It's really, really lovely to have you here as well. Kiba, I appreciate the fact that you have trusted us, both myself and Yvonne, to be able to come over and help you guys both in Botswana and Norway. We really appreciate it. And thank you again, everyone, because time is precious, and we'll get straight on to the webinar. So, it is a very real company. It is a very real business. You can tell here by our bricks and mortar buildings, one in Florida, where our CEO, Mr. AshMufareh, works out of, an executive suite, and also India. India is where the best of the best have been sourced to be able to provide the engineering, the technical, the technicians, I suppose, you know, the support staff, everything like that. They are all housed in India. It's about a 6-story building, and at present it houses about 800 employees and can house up to 1,000. So we're really proud of the fact that our building in Hyderabad in India, Tech City, has those amazing people that have brought about the products that we will go through a little bit later. We are an internet business. And yes, we are an online marketing business, but we didn't actually start with the name OnPassive. That came later. What we found, and what I will show and go through with you a little bit later on in the slides, is exactly who started this business and what it is all about, because it is brand new, and it is brand new in the sense of the technology, and that's the exciting part of it. So we are legal and compliant, and we are in over 212 countries. We have 2 new buildings coming, or 2 where employees will work from, one in Singapore and one in Bangladesh. We will have the photos for you soon. So it's really exciting, you know. There will be more buildings all over the world as we grow, as we go out to the public. Really is, you know, very exciting. So here is our CEO, Mr. AshMufareh. He is a man with a vision for the future. And Ash has worked for over 20 years in online businesses, and he's researched the likes of Walmart, Google, Twitter, Microsoft, Amazon, and I'm sure that there are many more. He has attended the American Intercontinental University for a master's degree in information technology and e-commerce. So he knows all about the internet. He knows, and he is the best at marketing. But he understood how the internet has the potential to change the world. Now, the reason behind that is what he saw when he worked in these companies, when he saw and produced products and tools for other companies, was that there was only about 3% making money online. And you know what? He has the most amazing heart that when he saw this, He knew that it wasn't fair. It wasn't fair that only a few made that amount of money and they didn't share it out with everybody. You know, that all of us could be in an amazing situation of being able to help others. He is a great humanitarian, and he wanted to change the poverty into prosperity for the other 97%. And that's why he went about building OnPassive. This wasn't just going to be an easy job. This wasn't just going to be launching one product. What he took on was going to bring change for all of us who saw his vision that was handed down, an amazing vision of bringing balance back to humanity and correcting the corruption that was happening in our world. Ash is a family man. He has two amazing young boys, a beautiful wife, and he also has a keen interest in NASA, and he enjoys fishing and hiking. I know he talks sometimes on the founders' webinars, you know, about that next big catch, or wanting to go out with some of the founders to catch that next big fish. He is an amazing man. And now I'm going to explain a little bit about OnPassive's product. So this is what this is about the product. So, you know, there's no recruiting or converting leads. There's guaranteed traffic. Now, this is guaranteed targeted traffic, and I'll get into that a little bit further down. It's self-funding and it's all done for you. Now, when I talked before about this is all brand new, when we say all done for you, you know, that's an amazing thing. And I know myself personally, when I have done online businesses before, I always wondered why somebody hadn't come up with an idea of, you know, getting it done for people and people paying for that. So all done for you is an incredible feat in the internet business. We have every imaginable tool for success. So everything that you're using now, whether you have a business or not, it's going to be there for your success. And it's all easily accessible in one place. Now, this is the new part that's coming. Something you've never seen before is that you have one login, one password, and all on one interface. Everything that you will have used or are using now, and all the brand new stuff that's being released to us as founders. There's no copycat or recycled tech. And again, Ash, when he started to do this, he thought, okay, an online marketing platform, fantastic. When he had a look out there, he saw that the technology he would have had to have used, those platforms or tools, was old technology. And he wanted to bring about a change, you know, something that really helped the people. So he created these platforms and went to work to get the best of the best tech people, the best of the best engineers, you know, graphic designers, everything to put this together to bring about OnPassive. That there in itself is just incredible. So it's at one low price, and it's the lowest price anywhere on the globe. So I just want to run through a couple of our product tools. Now, these you can view over on our website at www.onpassive.com. Please, I ask of you to go and have a look. Go and have a look at how these fit into your life, what is available. You know, if you have a business, small, medium, or large, if you know somebody in corporations, universities, governments, anything like that, they are going to want to use these products, mainly for the value, but also for that lower price point. So let me just run through a couple. OConnect. Now, our OConnect is similar to that of what we're using tonight, what we call Zoom. Now, Zoom has dropouts. Zoom also has a free section, you know, a free part of it that you can use, that you don't pay any money, but it limits you, you know, and if you're running any sort of business like we're doing tonight, you know, these platforms cost money. So OConnect is not only going to be a hassle-free audio video communication tool, it's going to have the language translator within it, which means that you can be talking, if you're in business or overseas, if you're talking to somebody, they're going to be able to get it in their language. 57 different languages is going to be available for the Zoom platform of ours called OConnect. So Zoom will almost become obsolete. Did you know that in 2020, Zoom, it just went powerhouse because we were all locked up. There were so many people that couldn't travel anymore. So what did they want to do? You still want to connect as in a personal connection, face to face. So Zoom actually sort of, I think the revenue for 2020 was about $139 million increase. It increased so much so. Now we're going to take away from Zoom with our OConnect because we're offering you better value. We're offering you a better price. And the thing is, it is going to be run with AI technology. That's artificial intelligence, machine learning. Everything about the products that have been made for OnPassive have AI in them. You know, this is something you don't know probably a lot about. And I'm sure we can have a discussion afterwards about that. The other one is ONet. Now I know the frustration of Facebook. So Facebook is a social media platform. ONet is a revolutionary and secure social networking platform. What's the difference? You might think, well, why should I go over? Well, ONet is not going to sell your information to third parties. Now, Facebook is a big one for that. You know, it's just incredible. Facebook has, I don't know, it has these different things that they use where they sort of fact check, or they send people to jail for not really saying anything that bad. And yet the ones that do say something bad, so their censorship is a little bit all over the place. Now we know with social media platforms, you need some sort of censorship, right? So otherwise you get anybody saying anything. But the fact that they're not going to sell your information is huge. It's going to gain, again, AI in the background, running away, making it the most easiest platform for you to use. You can connect with your friends, just as you have done on those other social media platforms, but it's just going to run smoother. It's going to look better. And yeah, it's just definitely going to stand out. Now, OBless, as you may have heard, some may not have, OBless was the reason I joined OnPassive. I have a great niece, Mimi. Mimi has cerebral palsy. She was born with cerebral palsy. She's 9 years old and she's still unable to walk. Her parents take her for expensive treatments over here in Australia, and they fly from Queensland down to Sydney to a company called Napa, which is a US company. And they have treatments with her twice a year, and they're in a 3-week block. So they go down for 3 weeks. They have to fly down. They have to pay for accommodation, transport while they're down there because they stay quite away from where the company is. And it costs between $8,000 to $10,000 for these 3-week treatments for little Mimi to one day be able to walk. Mimi's big goal in her life at 9 years old, and she's had this for a few years, is to be able to run a race against her dad and win. Now that is a beautiful little goal for such an inspiring little girl. You know, she's this tiny little thing, but her smile takes up her whole face. When other children are off running around at holidays, school holidays, weekends where they're running in the parks, Mimi's unable to do that. She is either off having treatments or she just can't do it. She has a walker, but yeah, all of these things are expensive. So the reason why I came in because of OBless was that I could see an opportunity, and I fundraise for Mimi. I help her parents by fundraising, and I've used, you know, platforms like Facebook Fundraiser, GoFundMe. You may have heard of them yourself, and you may have used them yourself. But did you know, because I didn't in the beginning, that Facebook Fundraiser, GoFundMe, and the others take about 15 to 30%. They take 15 to 30% off the top of your donation, or in my case, for those who've donated to help Mimi's treatments. Now, that to me is just wrong. It's almost criminal, because why would companies want to take away from those less fortunate than ourselves? So OBless is a crowdfunding platform, and it was predicted that the market share for 2021, 2022, it's $114 billion. That's $114 billion that these other companies made as revenue off of your hard-earned money, off of mine, and that didn't go through to those people in your community, those people that, like myself with Mimi, wasn't going towards, not the 100%. You know, how can they take $114 billion away from people when we have starving children, or we have those people living with no fresh water, and they've got to walk miles and miles to get to the water, and then it's dirty. You know, how can they take away from those who are needing it so much? You know, and again, remember taking it back to our CEO, you know, he said that he wants to change it. He wants to bring balance back to humanity. And by doing that with Oh Bless, it gives 100% of the money to the community, to the cause, to the idea, and in my case, to little Mimi's treatments. It's proven scientifically in our DNA that the power of giving is 10 times more rewarding and fulfilling than receiving and taking. And we all know that, how we feel when we give somebody something. You know, it's a far greater feeling for sure. And that was said by AshMufareh. So our CEO certainly has a great big heart. So, okay, why do we need this? You know, you might be asking yourself, you may not have seen this. You may be thinking, well, what is this exactly? Well, let's compare the models, okay? Internet current model. It's based on competition and conflict. Everybody is out there, dog eat dog sort of a world. They've got the next best product, the next best solution to your problem. 97% of them are scams. And maybe some of you have already felt that. Maybe you've been taken, you know, maybe your money disappeared because you believed in something that was online. It turns into money pits. So again, if you've been in any of those companies like multi-level marketing, now there's nothing wrong. We're not saying they're scams. What we're saying is that they require you to every month have an auto ship, right? So that's where it turns into money pits, because each month you have to keep paying. Each month you have to keep paying. You're either buying products or you have to stay in a certain level to be able to receive a check, which usually is very little, if any. They require you to sell and recruit. So if you're in any of those companies, again, nothing wrong with the actual products. Most of the time, the products are usually pretty good. But the way that they you have to go about to make anything in those businesses by selling and recruiting. And we all know if you're doing it now, if you have done it in the past, that is the hardest part to any business, is to sell and recruit. The tools are obtained separately. So again, you're here, there, and everywhere. You're paying monthly fees for different applications that you might need for your business. There's no guarantees that you're going to make money online, and it pits marketers against each other. Like I said, you know, some of the products are fantastic, but the health industry, just for, you know, just to share with you, the health industry is growing so big that I think it was predicted something like about $13 billion every year that people are paying out to have different health products, to have the next best health product. You know, how many times have you bought into these companies and bought their products and they're still sitting in your cupboard, sitting in your drawers? You know, so it pits marketers because everybody's out there trying to get the next sale. Everybody's out there trying to get the next person to join their team. And their compensation is based on your own efforts. If you don't do the work, if you don't sell and recruit, then you are not going to get paid. And if you do, and you may have put in lots and lots of work, you might get a small check for like $8.43, like I did. You know, it's really not building residual income, is it? So OnPassive's new model. Now let's go through this a little bit. So it's based on mutual benefit. It's a real business, real products with real people. Self-funding, and it pays you to use it. Now, I don't know about you, but do you get paid to use anything on the internet? I would say no. We don't have to sell, and we don't have to recruit, and every tool needed for success is included. Again, I bring it back. You've got one easy login with that one easy password, And then it is there for you to use every product that is available to us. We are in beta testing right now. It is exciting. And the products and tools that we're having to beta test are simply amazing. And fast. I tell you what, fast and colorful and different. There's a money back guarantee if you do want to come in and join as a founder. And I will go through those details in a moment, but it has a money back guarantee according to our NDA, which is a 30-day money back guarantee. We have all the tools provided in one low price. So not only is it just one login, you have everything available to you at one low price. The marketers, we only have to compete against ourselves. Really, there is no competing, because on Passive, you don't have to sell and recruit. So there is no competition. And you know what? This is where you get on Passive family, people wanting to help each other, people wanting to be there to support you. Just as Yvonne and I do, Kiba reached out and said, hey, you know, I'd like to run some of these webinars and share it with our people in Botswana and Norway. And Yvonne and I said, absolutely, you know, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because we're not selling here. We're not making people buy into something. We're sharing an opportunity with people that don't have to sell and recruit, that are going to have this magnificent platform with so many tools available, all in one easy place. So we have also a revolutionary breakthrough and patented compensation plan, which nobody can compare with, because nobody's seen it to compare it with the others. But we know that it is above and beyond from what our CEO has shared with us. So everybody in the near future will use something from OnPassive, whether they come for the money, because we will be building residual income, and I will share that a little bit on the next slide. They'll come for the tools, because there are so many amazing tools, AI technology, machine learning, never seen before, platforms and tools. They come for the benefits, the connections, or the communication. They will have a reason to come to OnPassive. Now, tonight we're going to share with you a founder's position. This is closing off. We are at the last stages of the train pulling out of the station. The founders' positions, we have already over 1,170,000 founders. Ash never expected it to get that big. He never expected it to grow to over 1 million founders, but here we are. And what a privilege and honor it is to be able to be asked to be a founder in OnPassive, a multi-billion-dollar company, even before launch. So can you imagine if Microsoft or Apple or what's the other one? Facebook, any of those had asked you to be a founder? They didn't. They didn't share it with anybody. In actual fact, they only shared it with very close friends or family. And today they are, if not multi-billion, multi-trillion-dollar earners. We have a CEO who wants to share it out to each and every one of us. Everyday people who can make a difference. Remember, bringing that balance back to humanity is so important. This isn't just about a platform or an internet solution marketing platform. This is about what us as founders will be able to do in the not so distant future, when we be able to come in and have that money, have that apples, have that residual income, and then go out and help change the world. So for $97 plus a $5 admin fee, which is charged by the banks, because if you're using a credit card, there is a fee. It equates to approximately 1,198 Botswana pula. So as you can see, this is not a huge amount to get in to be a founder. And even like Mark Zuckerberg, he invited 5 of his friends and only 2 turned up. They put in $1,000 each because they saw a vision. Our CEO has a vision of what he wants to do. And he's saying, I want to bring as many as possible along with me. Not just stand on top of them, not be the one that you know, is sitting up there on all his money. He didn't want to be known as the richest man on earth. He wants to be known as the kindest. Now, there is a once out-of-pocket payment. So the first payment is to become a founder in this amazing company. The second one is to start your subscription. It will cost between $200 to $300 US. You can work that out in your currency. And that will start your subscription. But we mean once out of pocket. It never will come out of your pocket again. You'll never have to pay for that subscription again. And that's why we say that it pays you to use it. So you will use all the tools, and some of them you won't use, but you'll have them available to you. That's the incredible thing, all on one easy platform. So time to completely run your whole business on autopilot. And by autopilot, you can put any business opportunity onto the platform of OnPassive, as long as it's legal and compliant and goes through the proper channels to be approved by OnPassive. And everything is 100% done for you. Have you ever had that before? Has anybody ever said, join my company and we'll do everything for you 100%? They do your advertising, your marketing, leads, signups, recruiting, team building, 100% done for you. As a founder, you just have to plug in. You just have to stay connected. You can share like we're doing tonight. You can just send an email to a friend. But that's all you have to do is plug in. So it automates your existing business and provides a massive income opportunity by simply using the breakthrough platform. So here are a few of the benefits of being a founder. So you'll earn residual income for life. And by life, we mean generational wealth. Now, I'm just going to pause there for a minute because I just want you to understand what residual income and generational wealth. So the people you join as a founder, and those people, those businesses, those small, medium, large businesses, those corporations, those organizations, those universities, those governments, who will be using OnPassive because of the value and because of the price point, they will be saving thousands of dollars. Of course they'll come because it's all new. It's beautiful. You know, it's AI technology. And they will come in and fall under you as a founder. And then OnPassive goes to work for you. That's where residual income comes in from. And you know what? You can pass that on to your children, your grandchildren, and so on. So the targeted traffic is sent to your website because that's what OnPassive gives you. They give you a domain name, narellewalkon.com, and then they go to work sending targeted traffic to that website. So it's given to you by the company. OnPassive builds your business and team for you automatically. You'll be part of the beta testing, which we're in right now, and it is amazing. And beta testing is, they have built all this. They have built all this. We started in July 2018, and they put together, you know, these 20 products that you can view over on the website. And now we're right in beta testing. And a lot of the stuff that they do is they send it live so that we as the founders have the honor of actually beta testing those products before they go live out to the public. What an honor that is. And also in the inner circle decision making. They pay one time out of pocket, which I explained earlier, and then subscriptions are paid from your profit. So in the back office, which you are allocated, your own back office, it is truly amazing because that O-wallet is going to be connected there, and you will have the profits paid into that O-wallet. The one part of the wallet, just like bank accounts, you might have a few different bank accounts that have got savings for your holidays or savings for something else, new teeth or whatever, right? You'll have sections in that O-wallet. When it comes in, it will go into the part that will pay for your next month's subscription. The rest is yours, and you can go into there every day, every week, you don't have to wait for that check to arrive or for money to be transferred into your bank account. It's there for you to take as soon as it's there. As soon as it hits your wallet, O-wallet, then you're able to take that out. You'll benefit from the massive marketing campaigns, and boy, are they going to be big. And they are coming. They are so close. People are going to see OnPassive everywhere. They're going to see them on TV. They're going to hear them on radios. They're going to see them in magazines. We are going to have the name of OnPassive everywhere. And people will be asking, who is this? Who is OnPassive? You have access to every tool you will ever need, and it's 100% hands-free. And we are called O-Founders. So if somebody offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure you can do it, just say yes and then learn how to do it later. In this business OnPassive, all you have to do is to learn how to log into your back office, have a look, become part of the beta testing, see what the platforms are like, you know, see part of ours is own network in there where we get to communicate with other people who are founders. It truly is an amazing opportunity right here in front of you today. So please say yes and get back to the person who brought you here today and ask them for your personal invitation, because you cannot join OnPassive unless you have that personal invite or registration link. So thank you so much for joining us to hear about this amazing opportunity. Again, as I said, please get back to the person who invited you to this meeting and ask for your personal invite. And we will see you at the top where your ears will pop. A wonderful quote by our CEO, Mr. AshMufareh. Thanks for listening today. My name is Narelle Walk-On. I am from Mackett, Queensland, Australia, and I appreciate each and every one of you for listening today.
Wow. That was awesome. That was powerful.
Thank you.
No recruiting, no selling. I love that. Thank you, Narelle, for beautiful presentation. Easy to follow. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kiba. Do we have any questions? I suppose we can go into a Q&A. If you don't understand or if you just have a question, remembering this is a guest webinar this evening, so just relate your questions to make sure that it's not a founders only question. If anybody is new here, we would love to hear from you. So,
okay. I have no question.
Mary?
Thank you. No, I have no question. Thank you.
That's okay. That's okay.
So well, Narelle. Thank you very much.
You are very, very welcome. Thank you for being here. Mary, where are you coming in from?
I live in Norway, originally from India, New Delhi.
Oh, great. That's fantastic. Yeah. And have you been a founder for long or?
Just 2 months, not from December.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, and we celebrate you, Mary, because you just made the best choice of your life. You may not understand it fully yet because you're only brand new into it, but please stay plugged in, come to the webinars, go to other webinars where people explain some of the products. We also have recordings of some of the products as well on our YouTube channel, but you know, you can have a look at how to get in and use own network, and also some of the others as well. But thank you so much for being here this evening, and thank you for seeing that vision also, because our CEO is really looking for visionaries. He doesn't want people to just come in, you know, we all come in for residual income because, you know, that's what we need. We need money to be able to go out and do the things, or buy the house or the better car, you know, or just send our kids to school. You know, there's a lot of expense out there in the world. Fuel is going up, you know, everything's getting so expensive. So residual income is a big part of OnPassive, but it's not the only part. And with the residual income, that's where we can change so many people's lives in the world. I think, Mary, do you have something that stands out for you? Is there something you would like to share about, you know, whose lives do you want to change? Is it, you know, where do you see this sort of going for you?
Yeah, for me, so there are so many people. I have, like, since I come from India, and I've seen, like, I myself have gone through hard times and all. And I know, like, people always need, and there have been people in India, and I really want to help them. And people who are going through a very hard time. And personally, I've been helping people. But since I was Birgit explained me so much about this on passive, and we went and I made my ID and all, and I went through like all the webinars online with Ash and all, and then I began to understand. And I really want to know like more, and Birgit and myself have been thinking like, that we will do something together and we will help people who are in need. And Birgit, what we were discussing that day, helping.
Helping people that are out of job, and people that comes to our country, and to make jobs for people, to get raise like a center for people that they can make things out of what they like to do, and also recycled in recycled business maybe can fix up, people can fix up furnitures and also resell, and then the money can go present to the one who makes it, and then they have to give away to other projects, and a lot of things, and maybe people that is have not so very money, maybe raise the funds so so they have money.
I think Oh Bless will be an amazing one for many in all over the world. I see Oh Bless, having a platform available to you that other founders can help you as well. That's going to be amazing, because if we look at the fact that if we put in $1 a day, that's $365 for the year just from one founder. Now multiply that by how many founders we have. We have over 1 million founders. So, it's going to change people's lives. It's going to change countries, not just the people's lives. Those who live in those poorer countries are definitely going to get the help.
Yeah. And Narelle, that reminded me, we were discussing when I was in India, there were many young girls and who could do a lot of embroidery and things like that. And that like I would buy a piece cloth for them, and we will have a group like coming, and they will embroider like handkerchiefs, and they will make candles. They were making ice candles, and then we used to have a sale, like, and we used to like, we began to do like, we started providing to some stores also the candles and the handkerchiefs, and it was helping those girls like coming from poor families, and we also helping them to buy their books and things like that. And that thing comes to my mind, like
that's
even in Norway, like
a lot of people have, a lot of these people have God-given talents. Let's just call them that. Because I can't crochet or knit or do any of that fancy stuff. I'm a florist by trade, but I can do, pretty things with flowers. But remember that the platform of Academy, where they can also learn, about business and how to do things, or maybe even teach others to do what they do, whether it is crocheting or whether it, making candles and things like that. So there's going to be many platforms available for these people as well. So for them to actually get on. And also I know that somebody shared just recently from Papua New Guinea. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But, he said how wonderful it's going to be for just schooling, for learning those lessons that they've never had available to them, because they might be in Papua New Guinea, out in the jungle, or too far out to be able to get to proper schooling. So this may be able to help those back in India as well, where they'll be able to have that accessibility to Academy, to be able to learn and do more with their lives rather than just staying crocheting handkerchiefs. We can start there and then you can build from there. So, Mary, thank you for sharing that with us tonight. Today. Sorry.
Thank you. And I hear you, I never got this opportunity to speak here, but I do hear you. And I just wanted to share a little bit about myself. Narelle, I had a very serious accident, and after that, like, I'm not able to work, go out much, but like I have people contacting me on phone, and I'm still undergoing some medical treatments and things like that. But the dream is not dead,
No.
and my life, and I really thank God that I survived,
Mm.
and I'm still like, I I still live the dream.
Absolutely. And you keep
Yeah,
dreaming. One of Ash's sayings is think big, dream bigger. Okay, so
exactly.
he always tells us to expand on our dreams, because most of the time we live within our means. We don't expand our dreams or think bigger than what we can afford. But he's saying think bigger, think big, but dream bigger. Dream of those things that you want, for yourself, then for your family, then for those in your community. I'm sorry to hear that you went through a bad accident. I do understand. I've lived with pain most of my life after being through accidents as well. So, Mary, like I said, I celebrate you, because it's just, I suppose it's almost emotional, Mary, when we meet people like yourself, Kiba, and those who have come on, Gina, those who come on and that we're able to share our lives with people, because we all come from the same sort of, either a different background, but something similar, and something connects us together. And what is that? It's our hearts. We
Yeah,
all came together because of the hearts that we have. And guess where that came from? It was handed down by our CEO, AshMufareh, through his vision, and also our belief in the Lord. So those who don't believe, it's okay. We're not here to preach to anybody, but those who trust and, believe in their own God, that's wonderful. But something happened for us to connect. And like I said, our CEO, Mr. AshMufareh, certainly want to share this opportunity, this business, this company with all of us as founders. Oh my gosh, do you realize what you're sitting on right now? A founder, So Mary, thank you.
thank you very much, and God bless you.
God bless you. Okay, thank you, Mary. And we'll go over, is there any questions at all in the chat box, Kiba or Yvonne? Otherwise, I'm going to just randomly pick out somebody. I can see a fairly
I don't see
interested.
No
any
questions.
questions.
Okay, thank you. I see a guy here I haven't seen before, and maybe I have seen you before, Keith, but I see you munching down on something. So maybe you'd like to just share with people just a little bit, remembering it's a guest webinar. So if you are a founder here, or if you have any questions, or if you'd just like to share a little bit about who you are and how you found OnPassive, or how OnPassive found you, that would be appreciated. Thanks, Keith.
Yes. Hey, how you doing, Narelle? Happy birthday to you again. Hello, OnPassive family. If you're not a founder, I hope you found some interest in what Narelle just shared with you, and get back with the person that bought you. And please come along with us. We're not begging anybody to come, but we feel it is our duty to share this as with many people as we can. Yes, I am a founder. I have different positions, and my brother brought me into this back in 20. So I've been with this for 2 years, and I am grateful that he introduced me to this. And when he first brought it up to me, I was like, okay, here we go again, because he's the type that anything that he can get into, he gets into. And I'm like, no, I don't even want to hear about it. But after about 2 minutes of him explaining what OnPassive was, I'm in. I got in, and I've been on webinars ever since. Every time I get a chance to get on one, I try to educate myself on what's going on, what OnPassive is about, so I can get out there and share it, because that's the most important thing you want to do, is share what you know about OnPassive, because this thing is phenomenal. and you really don't want to leave anyone behind. Like I tell people, if you don't get into it now, trust and believe you will be in it one way or another, because we are going to grow and we are going to expand into just about every avenue of business there is. So we're young, we're just getting our legs. And I know a lot of people out here are just like, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? But just understand that our CEO has a plan, and that plan does include us. It just takes time. So patience is a good thing, and just trust and believe that God will give you things when the time is right. So thank you for this time, and I hope all of you who are not in do get in and share it, share it, share it. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Keith. Fantastic. And don't we feel privileged? You know, when you started to see, like when you got in, I got in about October 2020. You know, I just dove straight in. I started going to webinars, watching lives, learning all about this thing, because even though I'd been a little bit on the internet, I have a website, you know, where because I'm an author and stuff like that, I'd learned a little bit in the back office, but I had been in those companies where people said, hey, just do what I do, and we promise you, you're going to make money, and, you know, you just got to, you know, get out there and make a list and go and talk to all your family and brothers and sisters and aunties and uncles and the neighbors and the black cat down the street. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you just had to make that list. But the thing is, what happened then? You made the list, and then you thought, oh, okay, I'll talk to a couple of people, and you got a couple of no's. Then what happened? You sit back and you say, no, you procrastinate, because all of a sudden those no's didn't feel good. They didn't feel good. No's don't feel good. You know, a lot of the time people don't understand that no just means they don't understand it enough. And the same here is on passive. You need to fully understand before you make this decision to become a founder. But we're saying to you right now, if you don't make that decision, you may miss the opportunity to become a founder. Yes, your family have probably contacted you about every washing powder, every face cream, every health product that is the best out there right now, right? They probably have, and you probably bought into some of it, and you're probably told you were going to make money from this. I know how upsetting it was for me with the last company that I ever joined, when they promised me that they would stand behind me, beside me, sorry, not behind me. They should have probably stood behind me and gave me a kick in the bum, but they were going to stand beside me, and they were going to help, me talk to these people. You know, these three-way conversations, whatever they're called, you know, like it just doesn't work. And it didn't work for me. And you know what? I found that I struggled because I was trying to be something that I wasn't. Okay, I can't be anybody but me. If people don't like me or resonate with me, they're not going to do business with me. If they think that I'm a fake, you know, then do you think they're going to do business with me? Absolutely not. Most of my team have come in because they resonated with me. They liked what I said. They heard what I said. They trusted me. People will only buy from people they trust. This isn't about building huge amounts of team. Ash himself said you only need one position. The reason why some of us have bought more than one is because we want to do it for charity, or we want to gift it to a child or a grandchild, or an auntie or an uncle, or somebody that you know is struggling. That's why we bought more than one position, because some of those people, just as I have a son and two daughters, my son is a founder, my two daughters don't want to know anything about it. But it doesn't mean that it is wrong for me to buy a position for them. It's just that they are so busy in their lives that they don't have time, or they saw me struggle in those other ones, just like you, Keith, you know, with your brother, and said, yeah, what now? You know, my daughters are saying the same to me. What, Mum, what are you getting into now? You know, we've all had it. But did I worry about that? No, because I see their struggle. You know, for me at my age, there's not a lot that I need in life. You know, my son and I bought a home together. We have a car, you know. I don't need the best, speediest red car. I've got a red car, but it, you know, it only goes as fast as my right as my foot is on the pedal, which sometimes can be a little bit too fast. But you know what I mean? Life is for living. Life is for having fun. Life is for sharing, but we want to take people with us. And the reason why those other companies failed is because nobody could come with us. We couldn't bring them because they couldn't be like us. They couldn't do like us. You know, here in OnPassive, we don't have to do any of that. You come in as a founder, you pay 102 total US dollars, right? Now in Australia, that's about 136 Australian dollars. In Botswana, it's what 1,198 Botswana pula. So what does it take for you to be a founder? And how much do you think that you would have had to have paid? Like I said, even those guys that were asked, Mark Zuckerberg's friends, was asked to come, and he asked 5 and 2 turned up. They paid $1,000 each for that vision. Now they were buying a vision because he didn't have anything set up. He was working out of his flaming garage. We got 2 massive buildings, one in Hyderabad. You know, the CEO works out of the one in Florida. We've got 2 more coming, Bangladesh and Singapore. Honestly, you know, like, can you not see that we're not starting from a garage or a corner store or an attic or anywhere like that? We're starting running. When we hit the public, we're going to be running fast, you know, and everybody else is going to have to keep up. Guess what? You're a founder. You're a founder. Thanks, Keith. I love it that you shared that. That was really fantastic because it brings out a lot for other people to understand, you know, how other people found OnPassive and the thoughts that you had as well, you know, about what next, you know, because we all have them. So.
And the other thing is, what I want people to understand is you're only paying one time. Most of the things you get into, as soon as you get into them, you're paying a monthly fee.
Yeah.
I've only came out of pocket one time, and I've been in here 2 years, 2.5 years now. So I want people to understand and look at that also. Thank you.
Thank you, Keith. And thank you for the birthday wishes as well, by the way. I really appreciate it. And again, like you're bringing it back to that once out of pocket payment, you know, it is true. How many companies have you been in, MLM, whatever, you know, affiliate marketing or whatever, you have to pay out. Those auto ships are the killers because most of the time, I know the companies I've been in, so I can only talk about those, but it's about $200 to $300 a month. And, you know, at first when you're promised all this thing and you think, well, the first month you're not going to make anything, so you'll just buy the product again. Why do you think the companies make the auto ship for 3 months? Because they know they're going to get 3 months out of you, right? And after the 3rd month, what happens? Most people drop off because they can't afford it anymore, or they still got a cupboard full of stuff. Do you know, 2 years ago, I was in a business and I'm still using some of the products today. That's how much product I had bought, you know, because in the beginning, I was sold the fact that, hey, if you buy the $1,000 product, you're going to have all these products, you know, you can help other people and, you know, it's going to set you up on that level of whatever, you know. And then, of course, and then I was in for like 2 or 3 months afterwards. And then I stayed for a little bit longer because I started to get a check, but my check was $8.43, like I said in the slides. You know, it's like, well, that's not paying for my auto ship. You know, that's not paying for $200 or $300. So you stay in because you think that it's going to come. And all of a sudden, like I said, you've got cupboards and drawers full of stuff that I'm still using from 2 years ago because I bought that much product. Fantastic that I had the product to continue to use, but, you know, that's ridiculous. Why would we do that? You know, why do we do it? When here we've got that founder position, like you said, $97 to be a founder, and then once more out of pocket to start your subscription. That's it. You know, it is just crazy easy. Anyway, thank you, Keith. I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to see who else has that lovely look on their face. So smile. I'm going to call you out. And Mamodu, I can see you're biting at the bit. Would you like to share with us just a couple of minutes? Because we like to stick to time here. And I just noticed that we've only got a few minutes left. So please share with us.
Okay, Miss Narelle. Good morning, first of all, and good afternoon to Australia. My name is Momodu Jallo. I live in Bowie, Maryland, and presently I'm working. And this is my second year of being a founder of Compassive. And since I become a founder, I've been following up through webinars, and I know what is coming for me. That's why even I work morning and evening, I don't feel no more pain, because I know as soon as this opportunity comes out, I'll stop working. So I'm just appealing to any guest that are listening to you to make sure, go back to whoever invited him or her to get in, because this is an opportunity that we never dream of. We never dream of this opportunity. So please, I've been working in the medical field for almost 15 to 16 years, and I know what I've been going through. There is no way you work, JOB is just overbroke. That's the definition of it. Don't think because you are working now, everything is okay. No. Because those that I'm working with, they've worked throughout their life and they've held high positions. At the end, they end up in nursing homes. So don't say because I'm working now, I'm a doctor, I'm this, so I don't need this. No, you need this opportunity so that your ending will be so struggle. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to struggle when the time comes. So please make sure you try all your best and become a founder of this company. Thank you very much, Miss Narelle.
Thank you.
I wish you happy birthday before, but I'm gonna wish you again.
Thank you. That's 402. Thank you, Mamodu. And you're right. It doesn't matter what position you might have been in or what job you have. You could be right up there at the top.
Yes.
Doctors and specialists, they spend years and years of learning how to do stuff. Now, we can't do away with them. Most people they have a passion for what they do. If you've gone to university, if you've worked in that sort of thing. But the thing is, it doesn't matter, because what is your retirement going to be?
Exactly.
If you're at that age, have you worked all of your life? 40 years, they say that most people work and then retire for, 11, 12, 20 years, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Depends on your retirement age. If you're 65 when you retire, which is the age to retire in Australia, right? And then they changed it, right? Women always had it where we retired at 60, men retired at 65, okay? A woman's, she's carried her children, she's worked hard, for goodness sake, she needs to retire early. Now they changed it and they said both 65. Now they've changed it.
Oh my goodness. I say even here in America, our retirement age is 65. Now they're trying to increase it to 67.
Well, they have here in Australia.
What time will you have?
Mamodu, they have here in Australia, they've increased it to 67 years of age. And what happens to those people born after 1965, I think it is, who were born after that? Maybe they haven't been in full-time jobs which provided them with superannuation. We have a superannuation fund, and most of those who are that little bit older never started with a superannuation fund. It only came in a little bit later. But what if you only got a little bit in your super? Then what? You're going to live off of some they work you till you're just about dead anyway. And then they give you a small pension and say, hey, live on this. And if you've had a lifestyle of being able to work, or husband and wife both worked, you raised your children, you bought your house, you have your car, you might have a caravan or a camper or something like that. And then all of a sudden, right, you might own those things, but what happens in retirement when you can't keep the lifestyle up? You can't keep traveling.
Okay, Miss Narelle, let me just add to that. You will have all those stuff, and when you jump into that age, you become an old, so you end up in nursing homes. Now you have those property before, thinking that, oh, I've worked throughout my life and I've earned this, but for Medicare to come to your aid, as long as you have those assets, they cannot come until those assets are being disposed before they can come to your aid. So sometimes when these Anthony's and other thing comes to this nursing home to make this arrangement with this resident, you really see the pain and the disappointment in them after they walk throughout their lives and they own these houses and other things. And at the end, they have to sell them, just to take care of them. So really, that's what I was saying. You have a job, but believe me, that job is not secure for your old age. So this is an opportunity I see will remedy all those problems.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, if you're just 18 years of age and somebody has shared this opportunity with them, how incredible is that to have the youth on your side, to be able to choose which university you want to go to. If you want to go on and do further studies, then you have choices. This allows you to have choices. If you've got a car, be thankful, because many people don't. If you have food on the table, if you have good drinking water, be thankful, because many people don't. But by croaky, how good is it going to feel to be able to go out there and do that and help these people, to give them, because everybody deserves to be loved, right? Everybody deserves to be loved. So if we're going to go out there and share our hearts and help these people, you're gonna have to have an internet quake. It's gonna shake up the world, and people can feel us coming. And those other companies out there, they can't offer what we do. They can't offer what OnPassive does, and they can't and aren't AshMufareh. So he's the one who's brought this down and said, hey, I want you, I want Mamodu, I want Keith, I want Bageth, I want Kiba, I want Yvonne and Lids, and each and every one of the people here, Letta, he wanted us to be, because we're everyday people, right?
Oh yes, that's why I can't stop to thank him and bless him every day I wake up, because he makes my life so meaningful and purposeful in this world.
Yeah. And even when you talk, you've only got to listen to him, right? You've only got to listen to him. I hang on every word, because it's like he just has, he's building this massive, great, big, internet, marketing, but everything. This is one man having to deal with all of this stuff.
Anytime he speaks, I just look at the story of Noah and the ark. I don't know if that story, Noah and the ark. Yeah, if it wasn't Noah that built that ark to save us.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's how I always compared to him.
Absolutely. And I think again, I think we're all very blessed. One of the quotes that's just come to my head right now is that if you're not thankful for what you have now, what makes you think you're going to be thankful for what you get in the future? Every one of us needs to be grateful for what we have right now. you know, and just so thankful, because if you're not thankful for the little things, you certainly, it's not going to change you. Money doesn't change. Well, it does change some people because it makes them not so very nice. But I think it's all being done with the right. It's all being threaded with the gold thread. Each and every one of us have that gold thread threaded through, you know, where we're all attached to each other. So thank you for sharing, Mamodo. We do have to keep going. It is 11:15 p.m. for me over here in Australia, my side anyway. But if there's anybody else who would like to share quickly for a couple of minutes, or if there are any questions, we certainly would love to answer them for you. If you are listening to this recording, please get back to the person who brought you along. Please ask them for that personal invite. Time is running out. You really need to just step up, just say, yes, please, sign in, do it, have a look around. You've got 30 days before you can get your money back, or in that time you can get your money back. You will not want to. You see what's happening here tonight. You see the people sharing their hearts. You know, just watch it over and over again if you have to. Have a look at other videos. Honestly, all you really need to do is just get in. Kiba, I'll hand it over to you for 1 minute if you would like to say something before we finish up tonight.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Narelle. This was awesome. This was very interesting. I mean, I'm sitting here and it's like we are dreaming, but very soon we will wake up and everything will be as we want it to be. Like we are dreaming of helping people. Imagine going into the streets and giving a hand to somebody you don't know. That is something that I'm really looking forward to. Just the fact that we do not have to recruit, to sell, but we can tell people about this opportunity. It gives me so much confidence when I approach people, and knowing that even if they say no, I know that I'm a founder already. I am safe. I don't need their acknowledgement. So I'm so happy. I'm happy that I'm part of this. And I ask you who are guests here that please get back to the person who invited you. Make a decision today. You don't have to understand anything. Just join and we will see you at the top. Please do not go to Google. If you don't understand anything, get back to the person who invited you. She will give you, or he will give you more videos so you can understand if you want to understand the concept more. But what I can assure you is that if you join today, you will never regret it. But don't go to Google, because Google is a search engine. It's not a research engine. So I advise you just to do that. Get into the train. It is soon shooting. And when it goes at the speed of lightning. You don't want to lose that. You don't want to miss it. We are going to change the world. AshMufareh wants us to help him change the world. He wants us as founders to reach out to our communities, because he cannot reach to every person in the world. But wherever we are, we can change the environment. You know, people are suffering. Like he has been saying that we don't have to rely on government on everything. You know, government has a big responsibility. This shows us that this company is big. If he is comparing us as founders to the government, it means that we are in a very big business. So please, as founders, let's continue to dream big, and when the time comes, then we will do it. Those who are guests today, sign up. Just ask your contact for link number 49. They will give it to you. It has a website and it has a link where you can join. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I see some people came late during the presentation. I see Alan Bowden. I see Shiba Chakoli. I see Reginald, sorry. I see John, Lila Lane. All of you, you are welcome. Everybody who is here, thank you for coming, for joining. And I hope that if you are a guest, make up your mind to join. You don't have to be an IT person. Just go in and join. That's all I have to say. Thank you very much, my leaders. Thank you, Narelle. Thank you, Yvonne. You are so wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, everybody who contributed. Keith, Mamadou, and everybody who is here. I know that you have contributed a lot by just being here. Bruce, everybody, Gina and Buitumelo, even in the chat, thank you so much for your contributions.
Absolutely. Thank you, Kiba. Fantastic. I love it when you come on. Maybe next week you can take over the webinar and do the presentation. I love it when you share.
Narelle,
Yes,
sorry.
Yvonne.
Can we just mention if people are struggling to be able to afford one position, if they just get together with their family and all join up, because one position will be enough for a family.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
if you know you are struggling, just just get the money together between you and your family, and you can sort it out from there. So every family needs a position of on passive, because your future is done for you.
Yeah, that's fantastic sharing, Yvonne. And it is really important, because sometimes in the poorer countries, it is a struggle to get to that amount of money. But yeah, again, putting in together, having a few family members, absolutely going to change the world.
Also, quickly, Vulcan did have his hand up at one point.
Okay.
But then took it down. So I don't know if he does want to say something.
All right, I'll call on him in just a moment. Vulcan, if you do want to speak, if you could just raise your hand once more. I also want to do a call out to Hemp Sales, who it is his 1-year anniversary as a founder today, I think he said. So congratulations, Hemp. That's fantastic. Yay! It is really wonderful to when you get to those anniversaries. I know when it was 1 year for me, it was just so exciting. So thank you, Hemp, and thank you for always supporting us as well. Now, I don't see Vulcan with his hand up. I will come back to him. I'll just take Marie very quickly, just for a couple of minutes. Thanks, Marie, if you'd like to unmute.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Somebody just took the words out of my mind. I just wanted to repeat it again. As we live in different parts of the world, we do have struggles. Some people live moderately, some people struggle to live. I just wanted to empower the words that the last person just spoke about, families struggling to come up with this money, and to encourage family members who trust each other. You can trust a few people, maybe 2-5 people in a group, and just come up with one position, and then find a way to come up with the one-time subscription. That will go a long way to change your condition. You may be living well moderately here, but think beyond yourself. You may have the next door neighbor or a friend who is struggling, and this is an easy way for you to help. AshMufareh wants to take all of us with this journey, because even though some of us are living and we don't really need to have on passive, he wants us to think beyond ourselves. If you have a position, for example, and then the money starts coming, and you walk in a street or find somewhere you have a homeless person who don't have the next meal to eat, and you hand them $20, you have done such a wonderful job by providing a meal for that person who did not even know how they're going to have a meal. I just want to encourage everyone who is a guest in our webinar to think beyond yourself. Think beyond yourself. How can you reach out to help somebody, even though you think you may not need this? So take a position, because you don't know. You may not be, your mindset may be thinking just around you, but the gift that you may go to a church service and donate to the church to help, you don't know, that is such a big gift that you didn't even think about. But it is the action of your kindness, your giving, that you're giving money to the church who may use that money to buy like snacks for children who are attending Sunday school in that church for a few months. You know, so those are little things that we don't really think about, but I'm encouraging and empowering anybody, guests and all founders. If you can open an extra account just to do that, you have contributed to uplift humanity. That's all I want to say. Thank you.
Beautiful, Marie, beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing your heart. And it's so true, you know, it is so true. What we can do to help our communities it's going to change the world. It's going to be a shake-up, you know, so each and every one of us have the ability, if you have the ability, to be able to purchase another founder position, knowing that you still have to pay for that first month subscription, then please do it. You know, have it as a charity account or something that, you know, will be able to gift. You don't have to give the founder position away, but the funds that will be available through that position, you will be able to distribute and help. Now, when I first, you know, thought, wow, you know, and started thinking a bit bigger and how many people I'm going to help, it became a little bit overwhelming. For the reason is I can't personally get out there on the streets and help these people. I can give them $20, but what about those who are already doing it? What about those out there on the streets who are so passionate about helping those who are homeless? You know, those who have soup kitchens, those who want to build wells for fresh water for the kids, or, you know, be able to provide them the equipment to farm, you know, to be able to build schools and things like that. You know, they're the people that we need to look out for. Start talking to them, go and ask them what are their needs. Because we can, as Marie said, we can give $20. Amazing thing that next person, that person has a meal to eat for maybe the next meal or the next day, you know, but go and ask the people on the street what they need help with. You know, do they need fruit and vegetables? Do they need meat to be able to provide the food for these people? You know, do they need fuel in the vehicle that they're driving around? What else do they need? You know, do they need the labor to be able to build the wells or build the homes or build the schools, you know, or the orphanages? So there's so much that we can do. Start thinking bigger, not just, you know, right there, right now, but bigger. Dream bigger. Does it mean just dream big of the biggest house and the biggest car? Means dream bigger as to how much you can help other people. So thank you, Marie, for coming on and sharing that with us this evening or today. Now, if there is no more, Vulcan, are you there at all? I'll give you one last minute to come on and share with us or ask a question if you have one. Birgeth, lovely to see you. I just saw your camera on, so it's lovely. And
I see Mr. Silas, do you want to say something?
Just going to put down Marie's hand.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
I'm okay. Thank you very much for the opportunity to say something. Although I come a little bit late, so I miss a lot, I guess. But yeah, they say it's never too late to say something. So I'm a proud founder for this company. Very, very happy to be here. So I don't have much to say, but yeah, I so glad for our CEO and all the leadership council and everyone who become a founder for this. So they see the vision that our CEO see. So I'm happy to be here. Thank you very much, everyone.
Yes, Silas, I saw you come on late and you missed a fantastic webinar. So if you do want the recording, ask either Kiba if you're in contact with Kiba or any of the Botswana and Norway people, or pop over to our YouTube channel, which is OnpassiveAussieGirls, because we run the hosting of the webinar for Botswana and Norway. Their presentation recordings are kept over there. So just OnpassiveAussieGirls, AUSSIE. Sorry. But
Thank
yeah,
you.
we do have meetings, webinars every day. There's always a couple to go to. But Silas, I'm sure you feel gratitude, you know, that somebody shared it with you to be able to become a founder, and a proud
Yes, I
founder.
am.
Yeah, and a very proud one. So we celebrate you. So thank you for popping on.
Thank you
I
very
really
much.
appreciate it. So we're going to finish up now, I think. And Silas, you didn't have any other questions or anything? Who else have we got? Oh, David. Hello, David Otto. Lovely to see you. You look like you're ready to go out there and ski down a ski slope or something. Hot coffee, maybe hot tea. Lovely to see you. Sorry, David, but we're actually finishing up now. We've been going now for just over almost an hour and a half, but thank you for popping on. Again, thank you, each and every one of you. I appreciate your support also on joining Kiba, you know, joining those here from Norway and Botswana. They reach out, they have people that they have shared with, they've built a wonderful little team that is amazing, because, you know, these people are starting to come on to these presentation or these webinars and learn more about it. So invite your guests along to any of your webinars in all over the world, because those guest webinars are where they will hear what On Passive is all about. Don't think or don't prejudge somebody that you think might not be interested. It's not really up to us. Just share it. As Marty DeGamo says, say the littlest amount and just let them know. Share them with a video. You know, there's Mike Ellis, Michael Williams, Red Fern. There's quite a few people out there, and the ladies as well. Susan DeVoe, I think, does an amazing webinar explanation as well. Share the ones from us that we've done here as well. But just get the word out there, because like I said, once the door's closed, it's closing. And once the door is closed, it is slammed shut and the locks are put on. And those who are here, those who are founders, will be sitting in those nice comfortable chairs and taking the ride of their lifetime. It really is going to be an amazing ride when we start to head out there to the public and out there to the world. Imagine seeing On Passive up on billboards, on TV, you know, that's that proud moment. It's like having a new baby, isn't it? You know, you're proud as punch. And that's how On Passive will be, because it will be birthed out to the world. And then we will be those proud founders that can say we saw the vision. So thanks again, Kiba. Appreciate you, great respect and honor who you are and each and every one of you. So you can all unmic and say good night, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever you'd like to say. And thank you very much for being here.
Good night.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Good
very much.
morning.
Thank you, everyone.
Good morning. Good
Okay,
afternoon.
thank
Very proud. I'm
you.
very
Good
glad
You all
morning,
have a
good night,
blessed
good
day.
evening.
Thank you.
Thank you,
I
everyone.
Thank you all.
Yes, will pop.
See you next time.
Thank
Good
you.
night, everybody from
Until
Australia.
we meet
Good night,
again.
Evelyn.
Good night,
Good afternoon from
Bye.
Malaysia.
Night. Good evening.
Until we meet again.
evening.
See you again.
Until we
Vicky.
meet again.
Lovely to meet you.
Two thumbs
See you
up.
again next time.
Good night,
Thumbs up. Yeah.